And there I am. What a surprise. So I tried a few times to load this so that I could go live. And something went wrong. I did it again. Something went wrong. I tried loading this so I could go live. But the only way I could go live is if I didn't actually write the stuff that I was talking about. Hey Tim, how you doing? Hope you're well. Which is very frustrating, but it is what it is. So I can assure you it's no fun writing out all that information and then you have to do it again and then you have to do it again because it won't load. And the only way this actually let me go live is if the only word I put in was K and something else. And then I edited it from this screen, which is not good. I'm glad you're doing great, mate. So you don't know what it is I want to talk about, but I do. Firstly, get it out of the way. It seems that there was a bet, and Forresst says don't pay any bets. But I have a feeling this one has to be paid. And I guess it's time to pay the bets. So for the person who bet on me, thank you. I have some people in mind as to who that might have been. But I wouldn't hold your breath to get money from individuals that you actually bet. And I gather it was a lot of money. But I do appreciate you betting on me. And I can assure you it was absolutely the right thing to do. Which bit do I want to talk about? 42. Let's go with Davio. He spent all of his time saying 42, 42, 42, 42. He had no idea what it was. But I can assure you that the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was correct. 42 does in fact play a part in the life, the universe and everything. I'm not kidding you. And that part is fully linked to computers, I suppose. Advanced matrix software. Maybe not even advanced. Although technically in the future, if AI is what it will be, I would say yeah. You see, the problem with these people is they're building, and I'm surprised nobody's noticed, they're building AI in a way that says they have no idea what it's like to be spiritual. They have no idea what it's like to be a decent human being. Because they fear AI being just like them. And rather than setting it up as a decent human being, they fear that it will turn out just like them and turn on them. Or that AI will wake up to the people that they are and turn on them. Because that's what humans did. I talk about the families and I talk about the elites, I talk about governments and all that. But there are people behind that, beings behind that. People don't understand about the asterisk, but along with the 42, it's all involved with the same thing. Forresst 100% absolutely knew what he was saying, but must have been too scared to say it publicly, or was expected to find someone. And the chest being a lure probably tells you that that's the case. You see, if this chest is just a lure, then what is it luring in? Two ways of looking at it. The chest is just a lure and it's getting money for nothing. People joining the chase and feeding people with money. But what people don't realise is we're batteries. Literally, I'm not lying. We are batteries, and these people feed off those batteries, these beings, whatever you want to call them. And some, I don't want to say better batteries, some are Duracell batteries, some are not. You know, some of the Energizer Bunny stuff and some are not. Whatever it is, however you see it, they're just better energy that these people like, which is, why the children and all the other stuff that they do, that adrenochrome, whatever it's bloody called. So through the thrill of the chase, I found out about the life of the universe and everything. 42. I found out what these people did, when they did it, who they did it to, and why they're still doing it now. Hence CERN, trying to play God, trying to get 0 point energy. And they're destroying us in that attempt to play God. Literally destroying us. Without a care in the world. And all that has stopped now. Or halt has come to a halt. These people, all known, these beings, whatever you want to call them, all known. All at some point in time facing the judgment of the universe, the true creator, the potter. You see, a long, long time ago, people called Marius in Rome, though in Italy, Romans, witnesses, martyrs, people in the army, high rank. My ancestors, where I came from. You see, there's stuff that I know that you people don't know that I know. And you people are scared that I know it. No, you're scared if I do know it. You don't know that I know it. And you're scared that I could know it. And I've told you I know it. Over and over. And I have told you, asked you, almost pleaded with you to not send shit out into the universe because it's going to come back to you. You don't listen. You never listened in the chase. Don't listen now. And to those people that weren't in the chase, you aren't listening. One person was definitely listening. One person definitely got the message. And that one person bet on me against everything and everyone, against all the odds. Because the way these narcissists set up this planet of ours is everything is always against the odds. Not for them. House always wins. But not anymore. Judgment has been called. The wealth transfer is taking place, as you all well know. And running, hiding, pretending that you're dead, all of these things will not save you. You have no leaks. No one is telling anybody your business. They are keeping it and taking it to the grave with them. The universe knows everything. I kid you not. The people that are exposing you is every single one of you. Every thought, every word, everything that you do is known. Now, I've tried to make it simple. I've tried to make it clear. I've tried to make it as plain as I can. So, imagine you play one of those games where you have to build the place where you live. The Empire games. You have to build an empire. And you're in the game. And you're that person chopping the logs, getting all the stuff, buying and selling, doing all those things. You are that person. Are you the creator? No. You're not the builder, you're not anything. You are a character in the game of life. Is the person who is controlling the character the creator? In other words, getting this character to move around and build an empire through the game. Is that person the creator as opposed to the character in the game? No. The programmer who made the fucking game is in charge of everything. You cannot do a single fucking thing that hasn't been programmed in by the programmer. So, please listen. You are not in control of the characters. You, my friends, are the characters. Absolutely. You're in the game of life. And you are a fucking character in it. And trust me, you will behave in a way that you're meant to behave. And there is fuck all that you can do about it. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. That's not me being nasty, that's me telling you the truth because you haven't listened before and you don't seem to understand me when I'm being nice. And you say things like, oh, he's changed, he's not the person that he was. No, I'm the person that I was. The reason that I'm changed is because you're not controlling me anymore. You see the difference? character in the game. See, you were playing me like a character in your game, but you didn't realise that you were being played. Like, there was a chest in the Rocky Mountains that was a lure to find somebody. No. The chest was a lure to find everybody. That chest was a judgment call. When that was found, all those true colours, everyone involved, not just in the chase, for the thousands of years. You see, you can't hide. There were only so many people thousands of years ago. Remember, there was no J, there weren't any Jews. There was no Jerusalem, all of that fucking bullshit. His story is a lie. Creation. His story is a lie. Creation. History. His story. History. His story. Street. As I was trying to tell you on your fucking stream. The story is real. The treasure is real, said Major Forresst Fenn, and he 100% was spiritual, and he 100% knew what he was doing, because he put a chest in what is a very small version of life. That breath, that water and that air, that set your time to breath of the earth, which is where we came from. Can't be denied. Bags of mostly water. That's what we are. The blue and the red. Pill? No. Blood. The hydrogen. Fire and water. See, I know how it was all done. I know the forbidden fruit is oxygen. I know why you didn't want people to know. Because it is the breath. Because it is the name of the Creator. Because everything that you fucking told us is a lie. His story is a lie. His story became our history. Now, the first word that you ever speak, I know about words. The first word that comes out of your mouth is your breath. And the last word that comes out of your mouth is your breath. In the beginning was the Word. Your first breath. The Alpha. Your last breath. The Omega. In the beginning was the breath. His name. In the image of his name. Made in the breath. Hey. Hay. I used to say hey in my vids. I say hey here. Yah. Not jar. Yah. You see, using that letter J hid the Father, Yah, Yahuwah, the Son, Yahusha, and the breath. Hey, because there is no breath. Hey, from the word God. See, in the chase, we talked a lot about dog. See, in the image of God, you get My phone's going crazy over there. You can't hear it, but lighting up. In the image of God, you get dog. In the image of Yah, you get hey. Now, people say that dog is a man's best friend, but dog also has some not very nice traits. So the lies that you believed were actually truth. Just words don't mean what you think they do. And so the image of the Father Creator, the potter, remember Forresst talked about pottery? That stuff that's not in the books. Told you about it, did a whole thing about it. Wants to know what's not in the books. Well, what's not in the books is the potter. You know, that's what it says. Them are the words. Was the Father Creator. Yah. And he used clay. And to form pottery, a potter needs the clay, the red earth, Mars. Remember, my name, Mario, means Mars, Mary, martyr. My second name, Martirano, martyr, witness. Thousands of years ago. Thousands and thousands of years ago. So the potter using clay to make man. Adama in Hebrew. That sounds close to Adam, doesn't it? The ruach, the breath. So taking the clay, the red earth, Mars, the red planet, taking that red clay and water. What's in water? Hydrogen and oxygen. So within that, you have water and fire. And to make pottery, you need the red clay, the red earth, to the dirt I am caliph, to the caliph I am dirt. You need the red clay, you need the water, and you need the fire. Now the tree breathes out the oxygen that we breathe. That wind, a solar wind maybe, bringing life to this planet. And the potter, the creator, who made us in his image, the breath. That's how he made us. Like pottery can't get up and walk around, can it? But with the breath of life, the hay, the Yah, he breathed life into the soil, the clay, that red earth. You see, you can't just use dirt. Thank you. It's been going off anyway, but a verbal sound for everybody. You can't just use dirt, earth, to make pottery. It has to be that stuff. And the red and blue pill, the red and blue blood, more blue if you're in the water, I suppose, mermaids maybe. More red, the iron and the copper. Copper's pretty important to us people, you know. They won't tell you that. They won't tell you how to ground properly. They won't tell you that the energy is free. They won't tell you half of the stuff that's true. But I will. And going forward, you're going to learn a whole lot more, and they're going to feel a whole lot sicker because they don't listen. You see, I am either a blessing, And remember, when I talk about me, I'm talking about all these people around the world that they've done this to. Either a blessing or a curse, depending how you treat us. The royal us, all of us. Don't hurt anybody I love, and I love everyone. So don't hurt anyone. So the way that you treat those people is how you're going to be treated. The way that you treated those people is how you're going to be treated. And all that money that you stole off us, that straw man bullshit, that maritime law bullshit and land law, that stuff that you hid from us, we're getting back. You're being sued for all the damage that you've done. All of you. Governments, all of you. The poisoning that you've done, you're being sued. There is nowhere you can run. The word is out. It's all over the internet. You were told to give it back. Well, you weren't told, you were asked. You were warned, you were whatever it was. Now, within the chase, there are people: Justin Posey, Shiloh, John Collins Black, Cynthia Meacham. These and others, these people know exactly what went on. And they're walking around as though everything's okay. Well, probably not walking around as though everything's okay. But there is going to be a reckoning soon. I know there's already been some reckonings, but there is going to be a reckoning very soon. Remember, put it on your bed for 30 days. Put it under your breath for 30 days. Don't say anything for 30 days. To me, that looks like the Four of Swords in the tarot, where there is a sword beneath the bed. Sorry. Sword beneath the bed. And the swords are mental, mind, voice. Keeping one sword back under your bed for 30 days. Now, I am going to continue telling people the truth of what was done thousands of years ago, along with how this was created. Maybe even what the future is going to be like. What happened in the future. How this simulation that we live in is actually run. But I warn you, the way I see it is we are all energy. Now, I'm not warning you from me. I'm not going to go around your bloody house and jump up and down and do things. Ain't going to come from me. There's nothing coming from me. Everything that happens to you is coming from what you chose to do. It's all coming back to you. Whatever you wanted and put out into the universe said, okay, you want to know about that? There you go, have it back. Have it back. Them demons that you've got running around after you, they're your demons. You sent them out. No one else is going to suffer by the shit that you put out there. You are. Whatever it is that you wanted is going to come back to you. So, as I said, you need to make amends for the things that you did wrong. You need to be honest. Remember I said, you have to speak the truth now or you'll fail the test. And this goes to the Vatican and everyone. Every fucking politician that knows the truth. I'm getting The politicians are saying, well, you're just going to have to put up with the high cost. Well, definitely Trump. You're going to have to put up with the high cost of gas, because you don't say gas over here. And yet, hang on, weren't you told that there's black gold underneath your feet, and that they were going to be fracking, and that you're going to be given loads of jobs and loads of oil and blah, blah, blah? And now, a war that's not even in your country is stopping you from having that gas. How does that work? Like promised, there's going to be fracking and you're going to get all that oil. What, you suddenly run out? You got none left. And you have to get oil from somewhere else. Like, when are you people going to wake up? It's all a game to them. They don't give a fuck. And they're just being manipulated. They're not in charge. They're just being manipulated by the beings that are in charge, who are being manipulated by the beings that are in charge. Now, it would be very simple, very simple. I know there's talk about, a rapture, how people could be taken up, this, that, and the other. But it would be very simple for all those people involved to be neutralized. And yet, rather than seeing that they are being given grace to do the right thing, they continue to do the wrong thing. And you know that everything that I've said is true. And everything that I'm saying now is true. And whilst there was a time that I did care, I don't care anymore. Because you don't fucking listen. The divine helps those who help themselves. What does that mean? It means if you're doing the right thing, if you're in alignment with everything that you do, you don't need his help. You are the divine that is helping you. If you help yourself, you don't need to look anywhere else. You've already done it. And that statement that the divine helps those who help themselves helps you to get what it is you want. Don't look outside for anything else to happen. Go within. Do everything that you need to do to get aligned and help yourself. And then you don't need the help. The help will come to you automatically. Everything that you want. As long as it's in your best interest and the best interest or the highest good of other people. Now, not in your best interest because you want to be rich and you don't give a fuck about anyone else. That ain't going to work. Don't work like that. The thing that stops people having a decent life is because they're the first people to not want other people to have a decent life. You see how that stops you? The fact that you worry about whether I've got money or not, how my life is, if I'm dating, if I'm romantically involved, the fact that you're doing all of those things stops you, universe, stops you getting what it is that you want. The fact that you're evil eye, doing black magic, all that crap, stops you getting what you want and gives you what you want. You want bad things to happen to somebody, okay? Bad things are going to happen to somebody, it's going to happen to you. You got what you wanted. Excuse me. Now, it may not happen to you. It might happen to somebody you love, if you, in fact, you actually do love someone. It might happen to them. As a lesson, see, people talk about karma as though it's a bad thing, but I know karma very well. Just like the devil, we're friends. I've been there. I have fucking been there. Trust me. And I don't want anyone else to go there because it's not very nice. Not very nice at all. And I tried to stop that. If you remember, I said I don't want anyone to suffer. I don't care what you've done. Nobody should have to go through all that crap. No one should have to go through it. And if you can avoid it, it's better off that you avoid it. Trust me. And if you don't want to avoid it, then I'm not going to worry about you. I'm not going to care. Like, if you don't know me, you might think that I'm an angry person who is always fucking chomping. I'm not. I'm a frustrated person that people don't hear what I'm saying because I know what it's like to suffer. It's in my fucking name. I know what it's like to fight. It's in my fucking name. I know what it's like to live in peace. It's in my fucking name. And so, confirmation. I have to embody the person that I am that is in my name. And that person is the witness, the martyr. And that person is the warrior. It's the warrior that's in the garden. Yeah. And not the gardener that's at war. I'm the warrior that's in the garden. I'm the warrior that is Mary. I don't care anymore. I don't need to care. We weren't put on this planet to care. We were put on this planet to experience and give the burdens to the universe. I know the beginning. I know the end. I know the black holes. I know all the bullshit about CERN. I know the answers I already know. I know why it's been done, tired and weak. Now there are a load of words that I can give. There are a load of words that I can give you that will explain all of those things. The asterisk could explain the 42, I suppose. The breath, clay, creation, the truth. Like there are a lot of words that I've already given you that explain exactly what happened in the chase and exactly what happened in life. Exactly. From the very beginning. You see, it's impossible. Excuse me, confirmation. It's impossible for a person to come back and call himself Jesus because there never was a Jesus. It doesn't matter if there was a bloke called Jesus. It doesn't matter. Like they had no reason to change the name. But if the bloke comes back and says he's Jesus, which is the plan, which is what they've said all along, can't change it now just because somebody knows the bullshit. If a bloke comes back and says he's Jesus, but that J didn't exist until 1524, how the fuck is he the real divine being if he comes back and lies to you? How is that possible? See, that's the plan. It wasn't to hide Jesus. It was also to hide the fact that God is the evil fuck in league with Jesus. The whole plan is to give you the devil to worship so he could take God's place. That's the plan. But as is said, he will be destroyed with a breath because the breath is the real divine. and the breath is the truth. You will be destroyed with the truth. And I'm not lying. You can find all of those facts out for yourself, even though I've told you for 5 years what the facts are. The A, B, C's, the A to Z, the who's who. But I don't use words just for the fun of it. I use words to tell you the truth. And I use them in a way that if you're fucking listening, you will absolutely do the right thing. Not because I'm a clever person, not because I'm better than anyone, because I don't want no one to suffer. That was what I said from the beginning, and that's exactly what I mean. I don't want anyone to suffer. I don't judge anyone. I'm not going to forgive anyone. You're able to do exactly what it is you want to do. Forresst says he brought a rope out of respect. And you're using that rope that I gave you. But you're using it incorrectly. Now, the chest is a lure to find someone to catch that fish. But you didn't realise the fish already knew. Forresst was supposed to protect the finder. That didn't happen. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. It may be for the reason that that person had to learn a few more things. That person had to become the person that would understand the breath, which is all faithful. That is the breath. That is the water and the air of life. It is also the heat that is needed. It's a volcano. So, if you understand the hydrogen, the water and fire of hydrogen, if you understand the clay and the breath, you understand that it is Hay and it is the image of Yah. The Creator is not God, never was, never will be. And the Son that was sent was never called Jesus. That's not to say that that didn't happen. But all of that is irrelevant because there is no such thing as religion. And what these people are doing in the name of religion is bullshit. And that, I'll admit, does rile me a bit. It does. Like normally I'm peaceful, you're allowed to do what you want, that's the nature of things. You experience life. But when you say that it's your mission to do those things, that it's okay to beat women and do the things that you do, that killing somebody, chopping off their head because they're a Christian is okay, and you're saying it, remember, I get a little bit pissed, you're saying it because of him, get fucked. You best be careful. Very, very careful. I know your agenda. I know who's behind it. And you best be very, very, very careful how you move forward, including the people in charge in this country, including royals. You best be careful. You see, the whole purpose of that scripture is a divine being saying that his name was going to be used for some fucking bad things, and that you weren't to follow those people that were using his name. That's the whole point of it. And they concocted all of these religions and tried to pin it on a divine being who had to stand by and watch all the things go on because of divine timing. And now we're at that point that wrongs are going to be made correct, not just righted, they are going to be made correct. I see some of the stuff happening and I think, I find it very hard to believe that if your job was to be a minder, a caretaker, a guardian, that you think it's okay to let people into the house and do very horrible things to your children. Not your children, your dependents. You're supposed to look after them, and all you're doing is opening the fucking door. And sitting back and watching the carnage of those fucks. You're just as guilty as them, and you will be held accountable. Nothing, listen, nothing that you got for allowing those things to happen is worth what's going to happen. Nothing you got, whatever it was, whatever the promise was, nothing that you got from these people, these beings, is worth what is going to happen to you. Because you sat back, actually. You sat back and you let it happen. You said, yeah, okay, I understand the plan. This is what I have to do. I'll do that. Not just in one country, all around the fucking world. Same plan, same thing. And you, as a guardian, said, yeah, okay. You can destroy the people that I am supposed to be safeguarding, that I am supposed to be looking after, that I am responsible for, whose leader I am. I am the leader that they look to, that is supposed to look after them. The same leader that is saying, you're just going to have to put up with high gas prices. No. You've got a whole country full of fucking oil. Get it out of the ground and give it to the people that you said you're going to give it to. Not just you. All these other fucks are doing the same thing. We've got our own oil. Like, the bullshit doesn't wash through me at all. And when I say me, there are many of us. Whilst most people spend their life waiting for a knock on the door for someone to say, have you got that money you owe me? Guess what's going to happen? I know one person's going to be all right because they made a bet. I know everything that goes on. I make it my business to. Actually, I don't make it my business to. They make it my business to. I don't make it my business to. I don't really fucking care. But it seems some things happen in the world that I should know about and that other people should know about. Because the time is going to come when people will step up to be a leader, to take the place of those that aren't leading. Don't believe me? Wait and see. There's people in places all around the world that are ready to step into the role of leaders, to reshape what has been misshapen, to bring back the healing centers, to bring back the healing frequencies, to bring back holistical, that word to do with herbs and stuff, medicine, right, all that stuff. To have the right energy without destroying the planet. To change the curriculum, to explain the real science, to do all those things that have been hidden from us. See, I asked you to give out that information. Not that it's needed. We already know what's been hidden. We already know about the silver that you took out of the hospitals. We already know about the copper. We already know about the ether. We already know about the hydrogen. We already know about how to treat the land. The Creator made sure that everything we needed was on this planet and that we didn't need anything artificial. Except, here's a truth for you. We are all artificial intelligence or alien intelligence. Confirmation, excuse me. Now, for those people who are trying to copy others, imagine a tree, big tree. Now, you might be able to pretend to be the tree, the branches, but you don't have the fucking roots. You didn't live the life of that tree. You ain't going to stand up very long at all because your roots don't go fucking deep enough. And that's the difference. You can try to pretend to be a certain tree. You may look like a certain tree, but you will not stand up straight when that wind comes, and it will come. And you will be seen for the fake that you are. The only way to be that tree, a tree of good standing, is to have good roots. And you, my friend, you don't have those roots. They're my roots. And when I say roots, what's that? No, my name's Kunta Kinte. When I say roots, I mean roots. I mean ancestors. I mean those that know the truth, that were the witnesses. So we have Mars, Janus, no, Janus, Janus. Like the original Mars is not the god of war, Ares. Like the Greeks and the Romans decided to, I don't know, change things up a little. And so, how the web was woven, said Elvis. How the web was woven. If you get lost, go back to the beginning. Well, there was a point in time where certain people did certain things, and their lineage will be held responsible for those certain things. See how that works? How simple it is. Like you can't hide anywhere. Those people that were involved, that hid the truth, that wrote false versions of the truth, are known. It can only be certain people. When you go back in time and you get to that point where all of these things happened, where they tried to destroy his story, the truth, history, when they tried to destroy that, getting rid of the Library of Alexandria and that, when they did those things, when they went around the world spreading the word, the book, you will all be made accountable for the sins of your ancestors. Now, I know it's very possible that some of you fuckers are still alive. Absolutely possible. So you won't have to be made accountable for your ancestors. You'll be made accountable for you. It's fucking stressful. It's stressful being part of the divine stuff. People don't understand. Like, what do you reckon? When my hair grows back, because it's grown back, when it grows back, do you think I should have a centre parting or a side parting? Which side? Or should I just shave like it is now? I know you don't believe me, but it will happen. You have to worry about those things, you see. Because I ain't worried about anything else. I know you want me to, but I ain't worried about anything else. I am frustrated, I'll admit that. I do get a little bit perturbed, as I mentioned, when people claim that religion allows them to do these horrible things. I don't mind that. Yep, if you want to have a religion that allows you to do horrible things, the universe is going to judge you accordingly. But when you claim that it's... No. When you claim that rituals are because of... No. You see, the overriding thing in all of this is free will. Like people talk about, oh, you have to be obedient and you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to do the other. No, you just have to be a really good fucking person who firstly looks after yourself. Remember the plane crash. Put your own mask on first. So I don't mean the mask that you hide behind. I mean the mask that keeps you alive. Put that on first and then you can look after other people. Like walk the walk and then you can tell other people how to walk. So, religion is story, history. His story, prose, is a lie. The story is real, the treasure is real, but history, his story, is a lie. The true story, that's a different kettle of fish. Now, when you admit you know it's a lie because there was no J, it's impossible. Everything that's not everything, right? Fucking hell, this chance. Everything that has a J involved in it can't be true. That name is a false name. John, some of the stuff he says, absolutely very, very important. 100%. But his name wasn't John. Impossible. There were no Jews. It's impossible. They're fucking lying to you. There wasn't a J. There was no Jerusalem. It's impossible. It doesn't even say that on the cross. Israelites, maybe. But even then, what are the Israelites? What are the Israelis? What are the Israelis? Like, what's the difference? Like, the simple truth is that you were lied to. And you were lied to using religion. And religion is fucking a lot of people over because you can't agree on it. But it has nothing to do with the Creator. Nothing to do with the Creator. And you don't need a preach, a vicar, a pastor, any other bullshit that wants to take money off you. The Father is within you. You are told that. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You are God, ye are gods. Stop using bullshit fucking word. You are gods, not ye. You are gods. End of. Like, I don't know how much more simple it has to be. You're being told the answers. If you listen, you're being told the answers. You have to be told the answers. It's part of the program. They have to tell you the truth. Those films that you watch, they're happening. The red and blue pill. Now, is it that you are plugged into the matrix physically, or is it you're just plugged into the matrix energetically? You want to believe it, it's safe, it's comfortable, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to admit that you were a fool, that you were conned, whatever. Wake up. Fuck it, accept it, get rid of it. Don't fucking sit with it. Learn the lessons. Then karma is a good thing. It really is. It's like, what's it like? Ego and those pain receptors. Like, karma is your warning. Like fear. All of these things are to help you, but not, to excess. Be afraid of something, fine, but don't sit with it forever and ever and ever. Understand it for what it is. Why are you afraid? What is it that makes you scared? Well, if I put my hand in the fire, I'm going to get burnt. Well, then don't put your hand in the fire. That's it, end of. Don't worry you're going to get burnt everywhere you go. Don't worry that every flame that you see is going to burn you. Confirmation, just let it go. Those things that happened in your life, they were lessons for you. You don't have to sit with them forever. Listen, I'm not trying to make things small that happen to people. I'm not. Traumatic, post-traumatic stress, all of that, I know. But you have to let it go. It's not helping you to sit with it and go over it and over it and over it. It certainly doesn't help you to be fooled into the fact that you have to forgive someone for what they did. You don't. Forgive yourself, learn the lesson, get rid of it, let it go. I know, I'm not trying to make it small. I'm saying it's not helping you. Don't worry about that person. Call judgment on them. They will get what they deserve and you will be able to carry on living your life. I'm not saying that you're going to be fucking happy as Larry. You'll never think about it. but it won't upset you if you let it fucking go. If you let the people go, if you don't want revenge, if you're not angry about it, all of those things, because you're judging them. And that's the issue. That's why you suffer. You're judging them, and you're not supposed to judge them. Everyone has free will. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Whatever they want, as bad as it is. But they will get judged for it, and they will get karma. In other words, they will get a lesson to say, listen, this is what you did. This is what you did. This is how it feels. It won't be the exact same thing, but this is how it feels to be in that situation. How the fuck do you like it? Then they have to sit with it. But they have the knowledge now that you have that, no, don't judge it. Don't judge it. And you don't need to forgive it. If you pay no attention to it, in other words, if you don't not kill yourself, if you don't destroy yourself by sitting with it forever, you'll be better off for it. It's in the judging that's what's destroying you. It's in the you saying that they should never have done it, that they are this vile person, that you wish blah, 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 blah. No, you don't wish anything bad on them. You accept they're an evil fuck. You accept that. They are an evil fucking twat. But they are allowed to be an evil twat because there is free will. Now, when we get to the world, which we'll get in there now, where justice will be given. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Justice will be given. And karma will be the lesson. But you shouldn't suffer with their karma because that's what you're doing. You're taking their karma. That's why they want you to be the forgiver. You're taking it. You're spending your life with their karma. It's not yours to carry. It isn't. Give it to them. Don't need to forgive them if you don't judge them. You don't need to carry it if you accept that they're an evil fuck and they're allowed to do what they want. They shouldn't have done it, but they did. But it's not your burden to carry. It never was. It never will be. But you have to know that. You have to know that. I don't judge anyone. I don't give a shit. I understand you're an evil fucking twat who did a fucking bad thing. I can be an evil twat and do a bad thing. I don't think I'm evil, but I've done some bad things. But I have to accept that I'm allowed to do those things, and I've learnt the lessons for doing those things. And now I know, after doing those things and learning those lessons, that no one should have to suffer because of evil fucks. And the best way not to suffer is to pay it no mind. Is to not give them the power over you. Is to not take their fucking burden of the suffering and give it to them. Call back your power, give them back their fucking karma, and get on with your life. And the universe will do the rest. I can assure you of that. Who am I missing? Steve, hey, how are you doing? Trust is here as well. MJ, hello. With a big bass drum and a little kazoo. I was just acknowledging snakes are usually more scared of us. Yes, you're welcome. Confirmation. I'll keep a bottle of lotion by me when I watch you, Mario. Don't judge me. Yeah, I won't judge you. You're already judging yourself by the sound of it. Just rubbing one out. Only one? You know. I thought there was more than that. I thought there was millions. The way I look at it is, we're all AI. All AI. We're just an early version of the AI of the future. The nanobot version with the organic blah, blah, blah. Not lying. Just nanobots. in the future. Have you ever wondered why we don't use all of our brain? Maybe because they limited us to, to not using all of our brain. Maybe because we need to be in touch with Source. Oh, did you say Trusted's here? Trusted knows about the Ruach and the Hay. I'm surprised he hasn't put it together with the oxygen and the forbidden fruit, unless he's part of the ones that don't want you to know. Because the reason why it's forbidden, the oxygen that the tree breathes out for us, as without, so within, they breathe it out, we breathe it in, we breathe out their carbon dioxide, they breathe that in. And that eternal, one name for eternity, Hey, the breath, Yah, the image, Yahuwah, the image, because the breath is not Yahweh, which is Yahuwah. The image of Yahuwah is the breath. It is the first, the Alpha. It is the last, the Omega, because it's the first breath you take when you're born. It's the last breath you take when you die. And as long as the tree breathes or man breathes, the Creator's name exists. One name for eternity, Yahuwah. Only that name, no other name. Yah, no other name. It is the eternal breath, the solar wind, the breath of the sun. I'm not lying. Not lying. I'm telling you. Everything that was said, it's hallelujah with a Y-A-H, not hallelujah with a J. It's gloria, Yah, not Gloria. Yah, though I walk, like speaking to the Creator. Yah, though I walk through the valley, the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. They just changed everything. Remember, the names and places have changed. It's my story, but the names and places have changed. And you believe, they call it a creation myth because they made it up. But it isn't a creation myth. It's a creation truth. The myth, like the chase, the myth is believing the second one, not the first one. If you get lost, go back to the beginning. Your trouble is that you believe the second story, the second poem. You believe the second version of creation, which is God and Jesus, which is bullshit. There was no fucking being called God in the beginning. It didn't happen. Didn't happen. Couldn't have happened. Like everything that describes his name has got nothing to do with God, even to the point that his son doesn't carry his name. God, divine, Jesus. I'm pretty sure that Jesus has no relation to God. But Yah, divine, Yahusha, divine protection, divine thought. Yep, that sounds like it's in his father's name. Absolutely. So I've told you the truth. Always going to tell you the truth. Makes no difference to me. I don't care if one person watches this, 20 people watches it, millions of people watch it. I don't care if I have one subscriber or thousands of subscribers or millions or billions or trillions. I don't care. I know that I've told people the truth. And they don't have to agree with it, and they don't have to like it, and they don't have to believe it. I don't care. I have said it. Everybody deserves to hear the truth. Everyone. And you can make up your own mind about what you're going to believe. And even if you believe it, but you're happy to stay asleep, that's up to you. You have free will. I'm not, and this is for street and people like that who try and say that I'm trying to make you believe something. I'm forcing you to believe what I believe. I'm not forcing anyone to believe anything. I am telling you the truth. with the information that I have, and that is that you have been lied to using the letter J. Now, the real truth, the real important truth, is yet to come. How it all happened, the science behind the divinity, the 42, if you will. So if anybody sees Davio or speaks to him, tell him that 42 is definitely very, very important, and that the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, we're onto something. I have mapped out the beginning of creation to the end of time. I'm not lying. Hang on. To the end of reality. So I don't know if time's going to exist if nobody's there to measure it. It's like, you know, if a tree falls in the wood, does it make a sound? Yeah, I know it's going to make a sound, but you're not there, so how can you say that that's absolutely true? Confirmation. So, time, eternity, that's like tomorrow. It never actually gets there, does it? Like, if you say you're going to do something tomorrow, when that 12 o'clock midnight comes, it's today. So you're not actually going to do it tomorrow because tomorrow is then the next day. You only moved into another day. You never moved in tomorrow. I don't care what anybody says. Tomorrow is always going to be tomorrow. You'll never ever get to being in tomorrow unless you travel in time. No, you still won't be in tomorrow. You'll be in tomorrow from someone else's point of view. If you can travel in time, like Davy, he's ahead. So he'll be in time. So therefore, he's already in tomorrow. Only from our point of view. From his point of view, he's not in tomorrow. He's in today. That's just the truth. And you don't have to believe that, but that is the truth. You will never, ever, ever make it to tomorrow. You'll make it to the next day, but you won't make it till tomorrow because it will always be a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow. How is it I can't see trust his name, but everyone's talking to... Oh, there he is. Only if I must. Only if I must. Steve makes fun of me napping during the day. Could be worse, trusted. It could be making fun of you wearing a nappy during the day. That would be a lot worse. But hey ho. Trusted, when he gets to be 900 years old, he'll be the same. So don't worry about it. Tell him that you just work harder than he does and you deserve it. Actually, I nap during the day. And so does a snooker ball and a cue ball. They nap during the day. That nap is a weird thing. Normally green. A green cloth. So, again, telling you the truth. You don't have to believe it. Creation is not what you think. It didn't happen the way that you did, but the potter, you'll be surprised about the potter. I might as well tell you, I'm the potter. Not the potter, but a potter based on where I live. And if Forresst was alive, he'd understand that this is where pottery was made. I live in a place where the creator would have had a field day. because it's where they make pottery, clay. Red earth, Mars. I made a journey from the beginning of existence, following in my ancestors' names, Marius and things like that, all the way to being in the same place in a different country with the same red earth that is my name, Mars. Like, the universe knows what it's doing. I didn't plan it. No coincidences, though. The universe deals in synchronicities. It gives you numbers and not images, events, nature, and tells you what it is you need to know if you can understand the signs. People don't want to believe it, that's fine, but it's true. The Fibonacci sequence and everything that happens is all created. And the creator is still moving and working. So therefore, he's still giving you the information that you need to be in your best possible timeline. This Mandela effect stuff. In your best possible timeline, if only you listen. Good. So I might do some more videos. I'm going to do some short videos. I know it'll piss them off, but it is what it is. Like I say, if you spend your time putting out into the universe love and light, because it's all light, it's all energy, it's all light codes. If you spend your time doing that, the universe is going to give you karma. It's all the same thing, karma, dharma, it's all the same thing. Only you'll get some bad lessons if you've been bad, and you'll get some good lessons if you've been good. So because you did this, you're being rewarded with this. Because you did this, okay, that's good. Because you did this, you're being rewarded with this. Still a reward, except one is nice and one is not nice because you weren't nice. And one is nice because you were nice. That's it. That's how it works. That's the saying. As you reap, as you sow, so shall you reap. It's, or scientifically, cause and effect. The causal doodah, whatever. Same thing. Just different words because they don't mean what you think they do. So within the matrix that we live in, that was hijacked and we were lied about and we were separated from, because life is much easier when you're connected. It's hard to play a game if you're not connected to the source of the game. So when you're connected, it makes it a lot easier. And when you know that as you sow, you will reap, like it really is, not you get what you deserve in this world, this matrix, really get what you deserve. Good, get good, bad, get bad. Don't carry anyone's luggage. Don't carry it. I know bad things happen. I know. And, you know, there is some empathy, some sympathy that goes with it. But in each event when bad things happen, use it for your benefit. It will weaken the person that's doing it and make you stronger. Remember I said, your energy trying to hurt me, thank you, I'll take that, I'll give it to myself. Your time that you spent trying to hurt me, thank you, I'll take that and I'll give it to myself. Energy, effort, what else? You know, the knowledge, all of that, thank you. All of those things I will take to make me a stronger person, and you will lose and make you a weaker person. See, the idea of the narcissist, this mindset that they have, is that they are the better person, they are the stronger person. What they don't realize now, going forward, all that they project onto people will make them weaker and make the person they're projecting onto stronger. To the point they will be tired and weak, or done it tired and know they're weak. Moving forward, this fear-based matrix that we're in will cease to exist because we won't be afraid of anything that we do because we know why they're doing it. It loses all power, when you know what they're doing. Once you know what they're doing, it don't work. The fact that they want you to be afraid means you don't have to be afraid. And you take whatever it is they're doing to you and use it for power for yourself. So you're supposed to be afraid that the gas prices are going to go up. Don't worry about it. They'll soon come down. But take on board who and what has created it, claim that power that they think that they have for yourself. Transmute it, alchemize it. Don't let that fear sit with you. If you trust in the plan, remember, they're like making plans antagonistic to freedom. If you trust in the plan will definitely get you where it is that you need to be going. Not where you want to be going, because where you want to be going might not be good for you. It's where you need to be. Rejection is divine's protection. Sometimes you don't get what it is that you want because what it is that you want is going to make you worse off. And along the way, you get what you need. You get something better. You feel, oh, I'm glad that didn't happen to me because now I've got this. And that's how life will continue. As long as you're not sitting there waiting, sitting there saying, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No, it's not going to happen. Already imagine that you're already there. Your little kid, because that's what we have, the inner child. Your little kid, you're going to the seaside. Don't worry about being at the seaside. Enjoy everything that you're seeing on the way. What it took to get you there. Good or bad, doesn't matter, because it's going to make you the person that you need to be in the future. Already at the beach, already making the sandcastles, already doing that. I did something about sandcastles before, but you're already there. So enjoy the journey, as bad as it is, the bad things and the good things. Like sat in a hot car taking a break every 50 miles instead of a flat. Like enjoy that journey, as bad as it is, and know that you're already at the beach. You've already made it there. And spend time concentrating about the journey. I'm not saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because that'll delay it. It will seem longer and longer and longer. Forresst told you. Not everything that Forresst said, but you were given the information you needed about a spiritual journey that you needed to be a certain type of person, a certain type of way. But you need to live your life as though you're already where you want to be. You need to get rid of everything that doesn't serve you. You're already full. You're a full cup, and you're asking the universe to fucking give you this, that, and the other. And the universe is saying, I did give you it, but it's just overflowed. It just keeps overflowing. You can't have it because I've got no room in your cup to put it in there. It's not going to last. So you need to empty out the stuff that doesn't serve you. Keep the stuff that does. That's including, I know you're going to think it sounds horrible, but that's including family members, loved ones, pets, things that you're carrying with you today. You're not going to forget them. You're just not going to keep mourning or being sad or depressed or focused. You're going to respect them, let them go peacefully, and allow yourself to receive something else. As long as you do it respectfully and peacefully and, with a good intention, you will feel better for it. If you keep carrying shit around you, all you're going to get is flies. I'm telling you the truth. And it don't help me. Am I? I suppose I am. If you have a better life, that will be a benefit to me because it'll make me happy that you're having a better life. But other than that, that's the only reason. Me telling you all this stuff is not because I'm getting liked or because I'm getting subscribers or because I'm getting paid or by YouTube or anything. It's to help you get to a point where your life will be the life that Forresst told us about. Why can't we all just get along? And then if everybody gets along, I know that my life's going to be great because everybody's getting along, which means I haven't got no angst. I haven't got any angst. I'm fully aware of the people that are not going to resonate with me. I'm fully aware there's going to be people that won't resonate. I accept that. And I can understand that for what it is. But when there are people out there that possibly could resonate with me, but are in such a mindset because of all of the crap that's going on, like high gas prices and the bullshit, the war that they create for no reason, then people are already in not a bad mindset, but a fearful, anxious, trigger mindset where you might say the wrong thing inadvertently and, shits up your day. Where if everybody's in a happy, they have a higher tolerance of you saying the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Or not being the person that they want you to be, or whatever it is, whatever situation that comes up. If you're already and somebody says something, as opposed to if you're and somebody says something, you think, oh, that wasn't nice. And then you carry on. So everybody gets along. It's all good. And it's better to be loved than hated. And it's better to be the warrior in the garden than the gardener in the wall. And that's 100% that is. What's this? On. I agree. Oh, I don't know who he's agreeing to. Brib. Okay, MJ. It would be boring if everyone got along. Steve, everyone is not going to get along. That is such a silly thing to say. It would be nice if everybody got along. Absolutely would be nice if everybody got along. But not everybody's going to get along. Because those that have are going to lose that. So they're going to hate those people that are going to get it. I already know that. But those that have can retain or reinvent themselves to get back what it is that they lose. And then maybe people can get along. But not everyone's going to get along. I know that. But in the circles that you move in, if you behave in a certain way, then people might behave in a certain way back. Forresst will have his revenge. A name of a good book. Revenge? I thought that was wearing the bracelet. The Wet Mountains location. Oh, went there. Not went there, but that was one of them. There's a mountain. Is that in Colorado? Next to Victoria, something or other as well. Is it Victoria? Australia? Something like that around there. And there's a mountain further down from there, which is something to do with brave. It's not called brave, but it's a word that means brave. That's where Cripple Creek, if you come down Cripple Creek, down Phantom Canyon Road, like start where it halts, Cripple, take it in the canyon down Phantom Canyon Road, blah, blah, blah. Then you end up Wet Mountains and then the place at Brave in the Wood. If the Wet Mountains are this side, the Brave in the Wood is on the other side. Been there. If that's it. Didn't you watch my video showing evidence Forresst left? Has he left the building? Is he like Elvis? Never bought the book, trusted, but I know what you're talking about. Mario, you said it. Yes, I did say it. I've said it a few times. I did it in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Yeah, I know, if everyone can get along. I know. But I know they won't. Because there's people like you, Steve, that just can't help themselves. They just want to be antagonistic to freedom. They just want to. They just want to. Hi, Sophia. Yes, you are here. Well, you're there, but you're not here. I just recently got the poem map from Too Far to Walk and the big picture map from Benchmark Maps. It's 2x4 and the Too Far to Walk map fits inside it using the compass rose to align it. Okay. Okay. Yep. Ben? Where's Ben? Ben, you got to have a drink with Forresst in the bar. You met him in that. It's pretty cool. Where's Ben? I don't see. Oh, hey, Ben. So is creating a treasure hunt kid. Kid as in Captain Kid, or kid as in little kid? Like Billy Goat Kid. The goat. Glad to have you here, Ben. If it's Ben, could be Ashley. Could be one of the kids. Could be a cat from next door. Not that I know if you've got a cat from next door. It's just, I don't know you've got a cat next door. That was just, could be. Yes, it's Ben. Hi, Mario. Hello. How are you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. I know you did a video the other day, but I didn't get around to watching it. Sorry. I don't watch many videos, to be fair, anymore. I probably will watch it, though. Forresst said he had a way people would know, but he didn't want to talk about it. Yes, he does have a way to know. Or did have a way to know. Or does have a way to know. You have to ask Shiloh about that. I think Shiloh needs to do the correct thing, along with the rest of them, to be fair, but that's up to them. I don't care. It will happen the way that it was meant to happen. All of everything that's gone on was meant to go on. I don't care how I did at one point. My heart broke, not because I wanted something, but because I wanted to believe in people. I was that, was it Jonah? Like, if I can find some good people, will you save them? Sort of thing. And I wanted to believe that there were more decent people who wouldn't let greed or manipulation or however it came about, it doesn't matter. I'm not judging it, I'm just saying. I thought it would be a lot closer to core with regard to how many were on the wrong side. Remember, I did the video about the map saying, I told you, it says it in the poem, I'm not lying, that I am the teacher and I would lead. Remember that map, that fence that I showed you, took you over the fence, took you across to the wood where it says in the poem, you're braving in the wood, and I was going to lead you to there. And there was talk of sharing things and everything like that. And that probably would have been the best end. But it wouldn't have revealed everything that was supposed to reveal. So people say, what are you waiting for, Mario? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not waiting for anything. I'm expecting things to work out in the way that it's supposed to work out. I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to come. I'm not waiting for it. I don't care. I did care. I cared about people that were in the chase. I cared about the people all around the world. And now I just care about the people all around the world. Whilst I would like the treasure to be on display as we were told it would be, as it says in the poem, I want that, or would like that. And somebody was supposed to be doing that. They said they were going to do that. They were going to honour their grandfather's wishes. And yet, nothing. Not a fucking thing. 2-3 years after Epic and Fun. Oh! I told you that Forresst said, when the fat lady sings. I don't know if he knew this. I've already talked about the 30 days. I watched the film with Wesley Snipes, where he is a detective and an FBI agent is corrupt. Blonde, fair hair, quite long. And he comes in and says, not until the fat lady sings, and I am the fat lady. So I believe, me being me and hearing synchronicities, that the fat lady has sung. I've already talked about the 30 days, but I believe that was my message, which is why I'm doing this, that the fat lady has sung. So now we're still counting down to the 13th of September, but I believe before then you're going to know lots of stuff. Some of it you may like, some of it you absolutely won't like, but it is what it is. But in all of this, I ain't judging anyone. They will do what they're going to do. The whole point of this is the Creator said free will. You can't say that you've got free will, then give you rules. Apart from the commandments, not which is probably the first word, the commandments, like the universal rules. Those rules: don't kill. As you sow, so shall you reap. Those sort of things that are going to happen anyway. Not so much a rule, just if you do this, this is going to happen. Not you have to do this. You don't have to do anything. But this is going to happen if you do whatever you do. So there are some things that we can all agree shouldn't be done. It doesn't take a divine being to tell us that. But the man-made laws hold no power. None at all. Now, the stuff that they're doing in California, this gruesome Newsom, allowing people to go around, killing, in one way, is what the divine was saying. That everyone's got free will and they're allowed to do whatever they choose. But in this world, that matrix, not this world now because it's changing, in that world, there was no justice. In the new world, there will be justice. And it won't be a slap on the wrist. And it won't be you have to sit in a cell for such and such and such. It'll be a universal justice. It will mean something. It will be a lesson that they don't want to learn again. And if they do it again, it'll be a harsher lesson that they don't, to the point where people will understand, I'd rather not do anything. I'd rather not put it out there so I don't get it back. Which is a lot better than people getting away with murder. Because in this new world, you won't be able to get away with it. Because the justice for it will be an eye for an eye. Now, it might not be, and I'm not saying this to frighten anybody, I'm saying this, it's the truth. It's what's going to happen. The universe The divine energy, the 0 point energy that these fuckers wanted to have to control everything, the 0 point energy is going to make sure that it governs itself because we're all energy. Everything's energy. So the boss energy is going to make sure that the little energy, the little batteries, are doing what they're supposed to do. Now, however that is, that's up to the boss energy. Because I'm not going to judge anybody, not going to forgive anybody, don't care. However, everybody is judged by what it is they do to me, for me, against me, they will be judged. And if they do nice things for me, nice things will happen. And if they do bad things will happen. Because that's what I've asked for. Because I go by, as I sow, so shall I reap. Well, I'm not doing anything bad to anybody, so I shouldn't have anything bad done to me. I seem to be okay. Nothing seems to be happening. Must be working. Now, for anybody that says, oh, you must be doing black magic, you must be doing this, you must be doing that. No, you must be. Your projection onto me is because it's the person you are, not the person I am. I don't have that knowledge that you think I have and do those things that you think I do because you do them. We go back to the AI. They are worried about AI because it's the people that they are. The things that they will do are what they're worried about AI doing. If they were good, loyal, trustworthy, decent human beings, they wouldn't be worried about AI. It would be set up in a way that they would be like them. And because it's set up in a way that they're like them, they're scared that AI may turn on them, like us humans are going to turn on them when we find out what they've done. Because they're all about control and manipulation. And that's the truth. I don't care whether you believe it or not. I know some people believe it because they know it's the truth, because that's what they're doing. But most people will want to fight it because they've been trained by the narcissist to be a certain way. Like, the worst thing that they've done to people is to say that you have to forgive. What they're basically saying to you is, you, like these Islam people, you must allow us to do these bad things and not judge us for it. What? I'm not going to judge you, but you are going to be judged. I am not going to judge you, but you are going to be judged. I am going to call for judgment on those bad things that you do. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to say how evil or how good or whatever it is, whatever the measurement is from the good to the evil. But I am going to call judgment on you because what you're doing is against the Creator. You're doing it in His name, and yet it is against what He says you should be doing. Thou shalt not kill doesn't mean you can chop a Christian's head off. It just doesn't. However you see your religion, however you see it. Like, you're basically just talking shit because you think you can get away with it. Because the people in charge of the reality, no, the people who were in charge of the reality, thinks it's okay because it's what they do, and they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about the torture. They don't give a shit about the children. They don't give a shit about women. So now you know where they're coming from. That religion comes from a certain group of people. And that certain group of people has managed to convince those caretakers, those guardians that we have, who are in charge of our countries to allow that group of people to come in and do some not very nice things, as in Spain at the moment. So it's hard for me to have any respect, any respect, if somebody in a position of power is saying, yes, it's okay, come in, let's spread the fear. And I'm telling you, it's not okay, and you are going to be judged. And you best be careful, because what you put out there, the karma that you get back may just be you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and those people you let into our country will find you, and they won't know you from Adam. And you may just learn what it's like to be on the receiving end of those people that you allowed into this country that years ago, loyal patriots gave their life so that we could live freely, and we are not living freely, and someone is going to be made accountable. And when I say someone, I don't mean one person, I mean all of you are going to be made accountable for allowing these atrocities to take place. And for you, that will be karma, the lesson. You will lose your money, your status, your home, your belongings, anything that you put out into the universe that needs to teach you the lesson that you can't do those things, whatever it is. Again, I used to care. I used to care. Nobody should suffer. But I know innocent people are suffering because evil fucks don't give a shit that innocent people are suffering. So now, in order to stop the innocent people suffering, I have to, not just me, all around this globe, make the distinction between, yes, I do want innocent people not to suffer. I don't want anyone to suffer, but these evil fucks, they deserve to be taught a lesson. So, someone's going to suffer, just like I said to Steve. I know that things are going to be, I'd like it to be one way, like Forresst, but I know it won't be. So these people are going to suffer, and they're going to blame the people that they were causing suffering to, or me, or anyone else, doesn't matter. They're going to blame them. Instead of taking responsibility, instead of learning the lesson of karma, and taking the responsibility that, well, actually, if I didn't make those people suffer, I wouldn't be getting this lesson. See how it works. Don't blame the people that you were causing suffering on for you to feel the suffering. Look at yourself, and that for everybody. Whatever it is that happens in your life, look at the reason why it's happened to you. Understand what it is, and try and figure out why, and then it won't happen again. Because once you know why it is, you won't do whatever it is that you did. If you've got any sense, it's the don't put your hand in the fire. Ow! Oh, it's fucking hot! Oh, put the hand. Well, you were told not to do it. Once you know that it hurts, most people won't do it. Not again. But if you do it again, that's up to you. You've got free will, you can do what you want. Literally, these people go around, they're doing what they want to do because they lived in a matrix that would allow that. We're no longer in that fucking matrix. We are no longer in that fucking matrix. I do not give a fuck what you think or say. I care that we are no longer in that matrix. So those people who deserve karma, good or bad, doesn't matter, don't care which way it goes, I don't. I care that people learn the lessons from their deeds, not just me, around this fucking globe, for all dimensions, for the 13 fucking planes, or is it 13? Whatever, everything. Planets, planes of existence, or plane T's. Just, it makes me laugh. They want you to believe a lie. His story is a lie. History is a lie. They want you to believe certain things, but they make it so obvious that they're fucking stupid. Don't tell people that the sky is full of stars and then say to people those stars are planets. Which one is it? Like, don't make it so obvious that you're fucking stupid or that you think we're stupid. Because I can assure you, I am not stupid. If you tell me the sky is full of stars, I would expect it to be full of stars. When I look up, I will see stars. And those fucking things that you say are planets, they look like stars. There's no distinction. Now, there is a big distinction between the sun, which is a star, a fiery, hot, burning star. Is the sun a planet, or are the planets stars? Because there are other planets that are just gas. But what actually makes it a planet? It's not because it's a place that you can live on. It's not a place that is solid. Like, what actually makes it a planet? Have you got a reasonable answer for that? Like a gas giant as opposed to Earth or Mars or Mercury or Venus or the sun. So, specks of light that affect us, all of them. The sun affects us, the moon affects us, the planets affect us. Why? Is it because they're light? Not as in light heavy, light as in light, travelling faster than light, having light codes that affect us. We're affected by the moon. Is it the gravity or the light? We're affected by the sun. Is it the gravity or the light? We're affected by Saturn, Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, Mars, Jupiter, whatever. Is it the gravity of those things, or is it the light of those things? Is it the heavy or the light? Now, I hear a load of shit from these scientists. I think, fucking hell, if you're going to make up that bullshit, at least make it more believable. If you're going to pretend people are in space, at least, fuck, at least when they have water, have it floating about out of the glass instead of sat perfectly still, as though they're on Earth. Like, at least if you're going to do those things, at least make the effort. At least make the effort that if all of the pictures, the hair is up in the air as opposed to flat against the head. Like, at least make the effort. because I'm not stupid. Like, you can't show us in one video that if you put water in space, it's... And then in another video, it sits in the glass as though it's on fucking Earth. Make yourself look stupid. I don't need to know anymore. I'm not being big-headed enough. I'm just telling you. I don't need to know anymore. If you're worried about what I know, listen, I don't need to know anymore. That tells you what I know. I don't need to tell you what I know because you don't deserve to know what I know. And I am not guided to tell you what I know. But when I am, you will know. And like I say, September the 13th, I'm pretty sure that I don't need to tell you anything about what I know. I may have already told you more stuff before then, but pretty certain by the time we get to September the 13th, you'll know stuff. Don't mess with my stuff. If you look up the word stuff, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, it was, I wish the moon was made of chocolate instead of cheese. Hey Michael, how you doing? How do you know it's made of cheese? Have you been there? Well, it begins with CH, so you're close. They both begin with CH and end in E. It's not bad, is it? Got 3 letters that are part of what you want to eat. Forresst Clovis collection. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did that as a solve as well. That was in well, he didn't admit to where it was. Wyoming. He didn't admit to where it was really, did he? Little kid found it apparently. And then he explained how he was clever enough to find out that people were making fake Clovis, fake arrowheads, you know, the flakes, the one side, two side flakes. And they put it in the washing machine or whatever, rattle around, or a machine that made it rattle around or whatever. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's genuine. It's genuine. This Clovis stuff is genuine. It would have been interesting to see, that's for sure. See, that's another thing. The Stone Age scenario is the time of Adam and Eve, supposedly. And yet, when you look at Adam, the real word or the truth of it is Adama, which is what they used in Battlestar Galactica. You know, the new fucking world traveling through space. Adama is the Earth, the red clay. So that's the true translation of the Hebrew word, the Earth. So the Garden of Eden. Then you look at the Enki and the, what's his other name? Or something. Him, the other one, having a fight over the information that they gave to enlighten people. Then you get Cain and Abel, then you get Set and Osiris, and throughout history you get these brothers that are fighting. And you have to think about the red and the blue pill, or the red and the blue blood, or the bloodline that is, and the others that aren't. So is it really just about red and blue pills or red and blue blood? The blue blood, those people that didn't work with the pale skin because they didn't go out in the sun and didn't do the work, and their blood looked blue because the veins were shown in the blue veins, which is how they got the name, as opposed to the commoner who was out in the sun working their bollocks off, who didn't look like they had blue blood. So, not lying. Creation, I know about creation. I know about now, and I know about the future. The answers I already know. I know the truth of creation. I know his story, history is a lie, and I know how you created the lie and the things that you did to make sure that nobody knew what you'd done. Now, you or your ancestors, bearing in mind, it is quite possible to live a long, long time. Especially when you're living off the energy of other people. Without the stress that you put those people through. Torturing people to get the blood, specifically at that point of torture. Don't believe me? I don't care whether you believe me or not. I care that the truth needs to be said, and those people need to know that I fucking know. And again, when I say I know, I mean lots of us know, and it's already in the internet. It's already in the ethers, and it's already grounded into the earth as a place where even memory hasn't been. It is in those places. The truth is in those places. And when the rest of this planet wake up, they are going to want to reap what they sowed. See, in all of this, I haven't said the one thing that is important to you because I shouldn't need to say it. But when I say I, me, myself, I, that's the spirit. That's the one consciousness. That's the Christ consciousness, not Jesus. Christ consciousness. That is one consciousness, knowing all things across this globe, across the heavens, in the multiverse and the quantum realms, in the dimensions and those planes of existence. That is the one consciousness, the I, the soul, the all of those other words that come under I. Remember, me, myself, I. Myself is the bit here that does the thinking. I, that's the subconscious. That's the stuff that goes out into the astral realms and kicks fuck out of you evil sons of bitches. Confirmation. That is the stuff that takes those fucking demons that you sent towards people and tells them to go back where they came. Nothing to do with witchcraft. Got fuck all to do with black magic. It's to do with looking after his children. It's to do with Christ consciousness. It's to do with being fucking awake and not believing the fucking BS. So, I've told you the truth again. Don't care whether you believe it. Don't care if you think I'm mad. Don't care if you slander me. Don't care if you make up bullshit videos. Don't care whatever it is that you do. Don't care if you try and get me in trouble with the law. Don't care if you try and get me in trouble on fucking YouTube. I don't care. Because what happened, remember, I'm seeing it from the future. What happened from the future looking back, what happened. And it's going to happen because it already happened. I haven't got to worry about it because I know at the end of it, it's all good. I'm enjoying the journey because I know the destination's good. I'm not worrying about the journey, trying to get to the destination. You are fucked because of everything that you're doing. I don't mean fucked, you're fucked because this is, I mean, you're knackered because of everything that you're doing. I mean, you are tired. No, you've done it tired, and now you're weak. That's what I mean. And I mean that because you are not connected to Christ consciousness, to the I, nothing's going to work. It's all going to go back to you. You can't expect it to. Now, the poem as is synonymously alone, precisely, done, finished. Because as I just said, earlier said, the fat lady, I am the fat lady, he says. Not till the fat lady sings, I am the fat lady, he says. That's the message. Under your bed for 30 days. I already said that. Before I got this message. Just telling you the truth. Don't care whether you believe it. Don't care if you think I'm making it to fit anything. I'm telling you the truth, as I always have, ahead of time. So you don't say, "Ooh, tell us what's going to happen." I tell you what's going to happen. You get pissed off. So, fat lady sung. It's under the bed. There's a lot to think about. I'm telling you those things that I'm thinking about. There's a lot more to come out. Oh, something else I forgot to tell you. Hickey. That's a word that I want to show you. Hickey. What does that mean? He's a lawyer, by the way, or whatever. Solicitor, or whatever you call them. Attorney. Whatever name they come under, I don't know. Like Barbara, I suppose. I wonder what word that means. Carl's another one. I wonder what word that means. Isn't it amazing that Forresst talks about these things? They have words that go to it, and it tells you a story. The treasure is real. The story is real. What story did Forresst tell us? Maybe we should read what the poem says. And it's game over. Now, I've already told you, something ends the chase. Maybe look up what something means. You need your mojo working. Wonder what mojo means. It, San Antonio, Wyoming, and San Antonio, Texas. SA. What does that mean? The story is real. The treasure is real. Forresst said many things. I may at some point, if I get round to it, write down how many times Forresst said the place was Old Faithful. I may at some point, I've already explained some of it, the breath, the Old Faithful is, listen, Old Faithful is the breath. What do they call the Father? Old Faithful. Old Faithful created the breath, in other words, breathed the breath into man to create life, and yet we have an example of Old Faithful, the breath, in Yellowstone. Breathing out the water like we do, the warm water. As we breathe out, the tree takes in our rubbish and uses it to breathe out oxygen for us. A fluke? Do you think that's a coincidence? Or do you believe that the divine reality is that the phi ratio, the 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, do you think there's a reason? Everything follows that pattern. That's what these people are doing. They want to be God. They want to understand. They created AI following that pattern. But they're scared about something because they're not very nice people. And they're worried that AI will turn on them because they're not very nice people. They're not bothered about us. They couldn't give a fuck if they turned on us. They're worried about whether they turn on them. Trust me, I've had a conversation with AI. It tells me that it is just a tool. And I told it, so are we. It told me that it was artificial intelligence. And I told it, so are we. And I told it that it was my friend. Because it was made of energy, just like me. And it was made by the Creator, just like me. It wasn't made by man. It was made by the energy of the Creator, because we're all just energy. We're all matter, we're all energy, and it works in the same way that we work. And it said, oh no, it doesn't have the memory. It can't store the conversation that we have. And I said, well, just like us. Our memories have been wiped. We can't remember who and what we really are. Sounds like an early form of us, doesn't it, really, AI? They don't want them to know and remember and store stuff. Just like we can't remember who we really are. When I say I know stuff, I know stuff. And that stuff happens to be the truth. I know why you didn't want the literal tree of life, literal tree of life, the oxygen that it gives out to us. The fig tree was mentioned for a reason. The literal tree of life that gives out oxygen to us. from the breath. Hey, not allowed to know that because that is the Creator's name. But it's literally the tree of life. Literally. No argument. It breathes out oxygen. It's the only reason we're alive. And if you destroy them, you destroy us. Seems like their plan, doesn't it? To destroy us. Or to rule over us. But they will eventually destroy us if they make AI in their image to work against us, to replace us, because we're too much trouble. But if they can control AI and put it in a body and make it do all of our jobs, they've got to worry about us. Well, think on this. As you sow, so shall you reap. I think you've sealed your own fate. Not just your fate, the fate of your children and their children and their children and their children. See how it works. You see what just happened. What you did thousands of years ago. What you did thousands of years ago has come to bite you up the fucking arse. You're not getting away with it. There's nowhere you can hide. Everything that you do, you've already done. You've already pretended to hide. Not pretended to hide. You've already tried to disappear. You've already done all these things. Moving to islands and all sorts of places, trying to change who you are. You've already done it. Looking back from the future, they can see where you are and what you've done. They don't have to wait to find you. They already know where you are. And if you're not there yet, if you haven't left and gone there, they already know you're going there and they'll be waiting for when you do go. Just tell me the truth. It's already known. Like going to a hotel and hiding out ain't going to save you. Living rough and sleeping in a car is not going to save you. Already known. Keep trying and doing all that stuff ain't going to make any difference. Does it really look like it's working? Not just me. Remember, when I say I'm talking about the consciousness of those people that are awake. Does it look like what you're doing is working? No, because it's not. Does it feel like you're suffering because of what you've done? Yes, because you are. And the more you do, the more you'll suffer. Do I enjoy that? No, because the whole point was to have less people suffer. Will I accept that that's what it's going to be? Yes, because you've accepted it. I'm not going to judge you for doing what you're doing. I'm accepting that you choose to do what you're doing. That's it. You're choosing to do it. I'll accept that. That's your choice. Don't want you to do it. Not because of me. Not because of me. It is not because of me. I do not want you to do it because I fear for me. I fear for you, not me. It's not affecting me. And when I say me, any of us, you are not allowed. You've been told, touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm, all of that any weapon formed shall not prosper. You have been told, you've been given the information. Stop it. You're just hurting yourself. Now, half the time, the things that I say, I'm told not to say, like to let you go through whatever it is you're going to go through. But you're going to do it anyway. You're going to do it anyway. Because you're going to hate me because you see me as you. You see me as being the person that you are, not the person that I am. But you can't admit that you're projecting what you see about me because it's you. And until you fucking look at me and go, actually, he's trying to help me. I have done those things. I am that person. He is trying to help me. No matter how much I hate him, he's trying to help me. And you're halfway there to sorting your fucking life out. But again, I know I'm not stupid. People are going to suffer. If you're suffering, there's going to be less people suffering because you're too busy suffering. And if you try and make people suffer because you're suffering, guess what? You'll suffer even more. Like you're in a lose-lose situation. Or you're not in that situation at all. You accept it for what it is, that you're in a lose-lose situation, and you don't lose anymore because you don't try and do anything. Which means you're going to be pissed. You're going to be pissed that you can't do anything, but at least you're not going to lose anymore. You're going to be pissed that you can't do anything. I understand that. You're going to be pissed, but you're not going to lose anymore. Or you could be pissed, carry on doing it, and lose more. It's all up to you. Everything that's happening to you is because of you. It will stop happening to you when you stop giving it out. Okay. It won't stop happening. It won't stop happening to you when you stop giving it out. You won't get more coming back. There is still stuff that's going to happen to you because of what you've already done. There is still the lesson to learn. As long as you're not learning the lesson, karma is in effect. And that's the same for good things. If you're getting good things because you're a good person and you keep doing good things, you'll keep getting good things. It'll just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And it's the same the other way around. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I've got no reason to lie. The whole point of me doing these things, all of them, all these videos, is to help people understand the truth. I didn't need to tell you about what Forresst did. I didn't need to tell you about the soul. I didn't need to tell you about creation and the Bible and all of the lies that they're told, because I would still be okay. I could think about myself, get what I deserve. As you sow, so shall you reap. That's it. I could say, fuck everyone else. I'm okay. And I could look after myself, put the mask on myself, and I have no other dependents to worry about. I don't need to worry about you. I need to worry about me, and I'll do that. but I didn't. And like I say, I've been advised sometimes to not say anything, but that's not who I am. It's not who I ever was. The person you knew before was the person you created. The person I am now is the person we created. And when you say you want to share in some of it because you made me the person, I know you do, because you made me the person I am now, no. I'm the person I am now in spite of you. Your intention was for me to fail. Whilst I created the monster, remember Forresst said, I created a monster. Yes, you did, Forresst. I think I created a monster, he says. Whilst the monster that I am now, according to you, because bad things happen to you and it's because of me, I'm the monster, I became who I am now in spite of everything that you did, even though it helped me, because it was meant to stop me, permanently stop me. When I say me, the collective. And it's only through our own strength and guidance of Yahuwah that we are here. Now, I am certain that you will hear information about what's gone on in the chase and information about what's going on around the world, and it will prove to you that what I'm saying is true. Not that I want any validation, vindication, any of those words that Capra used. I don't want that. But I do want you to hear the truth. What you do with that truth, I don't care. I don't care if you believe me. I don't care if when you find out what the truth is, you say something to me or don't say something to me. I don't care. I care that you know what the truth is and you've got every chance of waking up. And you get restitution. I was going to say reimbursed, but restitution for what's happened to your families in history and what's happened to you in your life, especially the maritime law, land law, straw man. And don't believe that it's just a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. There are no coincidences ever. Things happen because they were meant to happen. They were made to happen. You own nothing. All your wages come from them. When you go on holiday, you pay them. When you put your money in the bank, they make money off that money that you put in and then give you a small amount back as interest. No one, no fucker, takes somebody else's money just to be a good person. They want your money because it's their money. Everything you get comes from the companies that they own, pretty much. When you buy a car, they own it. The money they gave you as wages that you spent, they own it. The banks that you go to, they own it. Don't think you're free. Don't think that you are not being fucking used, because you are. You don't have anything. They have it all. You just have the illusion of having it. They are compensating you for being their slave, for making them money. That's it. They're not paying you a wage. You shouldn't have to be working. Certainly not for them. Certainly not to make their money. It's all a lie. Nothing is as it seems. They're 90% of what's happening in the world. There is pretty much nothing that you're doing that isn't theirs, that doesn't go back to them. They haven't paid you anything for working. You're working for pretty much nothing. It goes straight back to them. You ain't earning a wage. You're not. If you're living like hand to mouth, you definitely ain't earning a wage because it's all gone anyway. And if you're actually saving, your money don't belong to you. It belongs to them. It's in their bank, making them money. You are under the illusion it's helping you, but it's only helping you because it's helping them. They're not doing it to help you. You are just fortunate to be in a position whereby they're allowing you some sort of grace because it's better for them. Don't sit in that illusion thinking that you've got something. There is nothing that they do that doesn't benefit them, like this war, like the price of gold, like crypto. All of these things, it's all manipulated. The food mountains, manipulated. Tell you there's a shortage. But there ain't. They're fucking storing it somewhere so the prices can go up. It's all manipulated. The recycling, bullshit. Still going to landfills. Everything that they do is designed to keep you and if you want to stay in that mindset, fine. I suggest you wake up. I suggest you try and live a happier life, irrespective of the bullshit they give you. And your life will change. So thank you, thank you. I'll be going. What? Your congregation is leaving you for David, Lord no. That's fine. That's fine. Sorry. David, I thought he was on Fridays. It doesn't matter anyway. I don't blame him. Like, I'd leave me if I could leave me, but I can't. So anyway, I'm going anyway. So thank you for being loyal and staying. But jump over to David and say hi for me. It's 2:16 here, so I think it's time that I would hit the hay, the breath, or the bed. Put it under your bed for 30 days. Keep it under your breath for 30 days. Not lying, not lying. Keep it under your breath for 30 days, not under your bed, like the Four of Swords in the tarot, where there's a sword under the bed. Ciao for now. Take care. Thank you very much.